In the top stories, solid waste management company workers to receive honorarium for service during the pandemic. OECS ministers to meet to discuss relaunch of LIAT, and China eases COVID restrictions to save its economy. Hello and welcome to the ZIZ Midday Newscast. Today is Friday, the 11th of November 2022. I'm Jason Davis. Nationally, 50 workers at the Solid Waste Management Corporation were approved to receive an honorarium in the amount of $2,000 on Friday. Minister responsible for the SWMC, the Honorable Dr. Joyelle Clark, said she's thankful that the process has been completed, which now allows for the 50 workers to be compensated for their invaluable services during the COVID-19 pandemic. During previous meetings with the staff of the corporation, Minister Clark assured the workers that their concerns related to their services during the pandemic were valid and would be addressed. The paid workers include litter wardens, drivers and loaders whose jobs included collection and disposal of waste from residences and government-run facilities that housed persons infected with COVID-19 or who were in quarantine. The Cabinet recently approved the payment of an honorarium to qualifying persons deemed frontline workers. The Caribbean Disaster Management Agency, or SEDIMA, is seeking to assist in the enhancement of the National Disaster Management Program in St. Kitts and Nevis. Elizabeth Riley, the agency's executive director, during a recent visit to the Federation, said her presence was indicative of SEDIMA's intention to help. She said, quote, "The intent of my mission is really to deepen my familiarity with the specific disaster risk management issues which are facing St. Kitts and Nevis, and importantly, to have a conversation around how the SEDIMA coordinating unit can better support St. Kitts and Nevis in addressing disaster management issues. The agency, SEDIMA, is a regional organization of the Caribbean community, and we have 19 participating states, of which St. Kitts and Nevis is one," end quote. According to Ms. Riley, the agency's mandate is about supporting member states during times of disaster once a specific request is made to the agency. She added that SEDIMA has a broader resilience building agenda outside of emergency times. During Ms. Riley's visit, she met with Prime Minister and Minister of National Security, the Honorable Dr. Terence Drew, Deputy Premier and Minister responsible for disaster management in Nevis, the Honorable Alexis Jeffers, Coordinator of the National Emergency Management Agency, Abdias Samuel, and Director of the Nevis Disaster Management Department, Brian Dyer. In other news, the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank has extended the submission deadline for its 40th anniversary stamp design competition. The deadline is now the 25th of November. The competition was initially announced in October.